Hey there, Kayla. It was my pleasure to look in your course. I've taught 301 for a bunch of years, and so I'm happy to look in your course just because I know it really well, and I know what it should look like, just in being full of great notes and full of personalization, and you absolutely do all of that. There are no red flags in your course. It's exemplary in all ways, but I'd be happy to look at it with you specifically. Your notes for instructor are excellent. I feel like you even go the extra mile because you've got your notes and then with the great visuals, and then you're like, hey, you want to know more? Click here and you can find out even more. I just think that was really neat, and having your welcome letter there is great. Um, so anyway, I think those things are great. Let's see, going in order, it does the profile, and then let's look at your announcements are fantastic. I love that you've got notes posted each week that help out. But you also have a couple little additions, have a great conference weekend, or here's the essay reminder. Anyway, just some really significant, important announcements to have, so I think that's really good. The other thing I looked at a lot is your discussion boards. You're in almost every single discussion board. The only place I didn't see you was math petitions, but I saw you everywhere else, and I really admired how you posted notes for, let's see, I'll just look at the discussion boards. I think it's just fun, not math petition, but like reading modes. I think it's fun that you're responding to the students and saying, hey, yeah, me too. This is what I like to do as well. And when they were posting analysis papers, their logos, those pathos, you were offering suggestions and reminders about what to do. And so all of that's wonderful. I would just invite you, make sure you're in every board. It could be at the start of the week just as a reminder, or, to wrap things up at the end of it. Hey, thanks for the work you did here. I think the exception is when they're posting for peer review. I mean, you're going to assign who's with whom and remind them of instructions, but other than that, it's obviously not your place to be in there with them. So anyway, I think your discussion boards are strong overall. There was just that one place I saw with math petition where you weren't there. Let's see, and then looking at grade, oh, and I love your, let's see, it was week 1 where you talked about favorite hymns. So I love what you're doing in your notes. I'd like to see you, I mean, just as suggestions, none of this is mandatory, but I would love to see you do a spiritual thread, and do it every week so that it's something that they know and can expect, so that they can come in. And anyway, you can have some really special conversations that way if you're thinking about them all week and then sharing something with them or asking them a question and just letting them go like you did here. And I love how present you are all over these boards. But then, there's nothing in the introduction week, and sometimes you just have sort of like Q&A instead of a spiritual thread. So this one, there's a question. So I guess you sort of mix the different things you do, and that's fine too. But maybe the consistency, and it would be better if they knew to look for a spiritual thread there, and and just make sure that you're doing, helping you do the build faith in Christ thing. So there's that. So anyway, I love your discussion board participation. Your grade book is also awesome. You've got everything done. I mean, I think there was one assignment pending. And you're offering personalized feedback when it's necessary. Some of these assignments are kind of fluffy, way to go, you did it. But I love that your whole board is clean. You filled in all your zeros. You let students know this is why you lost some points. I just think it's informative grading. You're speaking with the students and answering their questions, and I love it. You're just creating another opportunity to connect with your students, and so that's really powerful to me too. I know that you haven't had to grade a major assignment yet, so so in my second visit I'll look for that. Also, when you email me back after watching this video, just let me know how quickly are you grading. Are you doing it within 3 or 4 days? Are you doing it within the 7? Just so I can score it accurately. The final thing I'd say is I love that you offer different types of feedback to the students. And I would just say, when do you want that done? Like, when can you tell them, let me know by Tuesday what kind of feedback you want, or I'll grade your work. I mean, that's the only fear I have there is, what if you're grading and someone writes on Thursday, oh, I want this kind of feedback, and you've already done the other. That just sounds like a hassle. So I wonder what you do to compensate for that, so you're not redoing feedback. Anyway, so that's that. I hope it helps, and just thank you. You're doing such a great job. Thanks for being an awesome example.